Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to another video. We're going to be taking the EZA Strength Zamasu into ESBR right now. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about him. It's kind of like favorite sibling, kind of like a favorite child kind of moment. Because the EZA SSJ Trunks was so good, I kind of forgot about the Zamasu. So yeah, apologies, this has taken a little bit longer than I would have liked it to, but yeah, as I said, it was kind of like a favorite child moment going on. As I said, the Trunks was just so good that I forgot I was actually meant to do and going to be doing videos on this EZA Strength Zamasu. But you know, better late than never. I didn't fully forget. As always, if you could do me a huge favor though, drop a like on the video, and if you are new, consider hitting that big red subscribe button. The support is very much appreciated. We did upload a video yesterday about what I want for Saiyan Day, so yeah, go check that video out, and let me know down in the comments, what do you want to see for Saiyan Day, man? What would you like for Saiyan Day? I've seen a lot of people talk about Resurrection of F, which, as I talked about in that video, I'm not sure why you would want that, considering it would probably do a lot better as a dual Dokkan Fest. Maybe, you know, as I said, like with a blue Goku with a golden Frieza, like a Part 2 LR like blue Vegeta, maybe even a dual unit of Goku and Vegeta, and maybe an exchange, or you know, an active skill or something. So I don't know why people want Resurrection of F. I do want more representation of Resurrection of F, just not for Saiyan Day, because it will literally be one unit, and you're kind of excluding a lot if, you know, that's what you want your one unit to be, just purely, you know, just a Goku from that. You know, I said it makes so much more sense for it to be a dual Dokkan Fest. This second rotation is an absolute mess. I need to get the Zamasu and the Rose on this rotation. It's okay, I don't mind waiting. We'll watch VB's counters just go off. That's the only reason why he's here, is just to literally just counter. We'll be doing a little bit more damage on the counters if we could super first, but that's okay. Maybe a bunch of additional supers can come our way right now. We are getting additionals, but they're not super attacks, unfortunately. Not even a single additional super. Not a single additional super. All additional normal attacks. Kind of letting me down there. But yeah, this EZA Zamasu, I'm not gonna lie, he's not bad. He's okay. As I said when we done a showcase on him, it's not that he's bad. I literally just said that. It's not that he's bad. He's alright. He's an alright EZA. You know, the only thing is, when the Trunks is as good as he is, it's just with him coming with the Zamasu, because I personally don't believe he's as good as the Trunks. It's just kind of like, you know, it's kind of like, nah, okay, you know, whatever, you know, you're there, kind of thing, you know, does that make sense? So it's got nothing to do with him being bad. It's just as I said, with the Trunks being so good, it was just kind of like, well, you kind of need to be on the same level, otherwise I'm not gonna like be as, you know, wowed by you as the Trunks. So that's kind of the reasoning with kind of forgetting about him. But this should be his kind of like his playground. This should be where he's the best. You want to dodge from me, UI Goku? No? Okay, cool. Good thing I did use the Yema then. But yeah, this is kind of where he's gonna do best. You know, on Super Attack he is raising attack and defense for one turn by 40%. So the extra attack and defense will be quite handy, especially for tanking a bit better on Super Battle Road. He also does greatly lower defense, which is very handy, by 50% for 3 turns. That also does help his passive. Same with other units that lower attack and defense and can potentially stun and seal as well. But he does have a lot of kind of bonuses, you know, attack and defense plus 60, the additional attack and defense plus 60%, and attack enemies attack minus 30% defense when performing a super attack. So he does weaken, you know, enemies, which is nice. You know, it probably won't do too much. I'm pretty sure when you minus enemies attack or defense on passive, I'm pretty sure it doesn't make too much of a difference. Obviously, you will be taking a bit less damage, but it's not going to be anything. It's not going to be anything ridiculous. I think that's safe to say. It's not going to be anything insane. It's not going to be, oh my god, I'm taking no damage whatsoever now. But, you know, less attack means less damage taken, so that's okay. But it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be ridiculously, you know, noticeable. It's going to be, you know, kind of minute. It's going to be kind of minor. So, you know, that is okay. Nothing major with that. Gets the additional attack and defense plus 60% and recovers 10% HP whenever HP is 90% or below, which is very easy to get off. Very easy to get off. I mean, before even supering that, I saw that while I was reading his details. He took over 100k with type advantage. Okay, no, the Yema wasn't active. That's only one turn. But yeah, even with type advantage, I know he has to super attack first to get the little bit extra. Like, he's not a slot 1 unit. Definitely not. But still, 140k with type advantage. Yeah, I mean, obviously in his passive, he only gets 60% defense at the start of turn. So, you know, it's no wonder why he's taken that type of damage. And we've actually managed to cheese it a little bit because this transformation's come off immediately. We get just pure free dodges right now. Literally at the very beginning. So you're going to go slot 1. You're definitely going to go slot 1. Because you can dodge literally everything in that slot. We'll do that. Save those inner orbs for the Rose, who now should finally be on rotation with the Zamasu, which is good. But yeah, definitely not a slot 1 unit, obviously, because I said he only gets like plus 60% defense at the start of turn. He only gets the additional attack and defense plus 60% when forming a super attack. And then yeah, the additional attack and defense plus 60% and recovers 10% HP when HP is 90% or below. That is very easy to get off. You know, getting below 90% HP in any harder event in the game, literally you can kind of do that immediately. So he's getting that added attack and defense plus 60% for the 3rd time very easily. So that is definitely helpful considering he only has, again, attack and defense plus 60% at the start of turn, which is obviously not good. So getting that as easily as you can, fantastic. Recovering 10% HP is quite nice, but I mean, when you need him to be at 90% HP or below, you're constantly only going to be recovering a little bit of health anyway, along with potentially picking up same type orbs with him and other units. So I mean, the HP restoration's nice. I don't think it's overly necessary, considering, you know, you're going to be on 90% HP. Beerus took a lot of damage there. I don't even know who super attacked him. All I know is we were almost dead. So we do have extra defense right now because of the ATAR. Hence why he has a 205k attacks and 157k defense. I'm thinking I go Usher here because there's a lot of type disadvantage attacks from Roshi, and obviously I don't want to rotate him off. So I think the Usher was probably the best bet there. We'll attack you at the end. So yeah, I don't know how necessary, if you will, the HP restoration is, but it is nice to have, I guess. You know, the additional attack plus 60%, which is where, you know, him lowering defense and being surrounded by, I mean, he's an extreme unit. You're typically going to be surrounded by units that can lower attack and defense or lower one or the other. And, you know, some other units that may seal and stun. It's beneficial for him to be doing more damage, because obviously when the enemy is in attack down status, defense down, stunned, or sealed, he will get an additional attack plus 60% as well. So, you know, as I said in the showcase, his damage output can be quite nice. Easily, his damage output can be quite decent. But the only thing is, when it comes to damage nowadays, damage isn't as thought after as it used to be, you know. Yes, it is, as I said, it's quite nice that he, you know, can put out some, you know, decent numbers. I'm pretty sure if I remember from the showcase, you know, we're talking like over 3 mil, which is good, but it's not, you know, it's not sought after. It's not a necessity anymore. You know, you want good damage output combined with good defense. And while Zamasu's defense at the start of turn is bad, you know, I mean, we literally saw that almost 150k damage taken on a super attack with type advantage in slot 1. Obviously, he's not a slot 1 unit, but he literally only has 6% defense at the start of turn. Even then, only having a 60% attack and defense when supering, yes, that's multiplicative, which is good. It does make his numbers rise quite a bit, hence why he obviously gets over a 3 million attack stat, you know, ideally. And his defense takes a jump up, which is obviously useful, especially in harder events. But obviously, with it only being attack and defense plus 60% at the start of turn and 60% on super attack, he's not going to have the highest numbers. But obviously, it does come in handy because he does need it. And then the additional attack and defense plus 60% when HP is 90% or below. Obviously, again, it is needed, and all in all, the numbers do add up. And then the attack and defense on super attack as well, which is what, 40%? Yeah, 40% for one turn. It definitely all adds up, and it is useful. It's just not his defense isn't great. His damage output is good. But with him lacking a little bit on defense, you know, it's not, you know, as I said, defense is more sought out after nowadays compared to attack stat. And I probably shouldn't have done that, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually depending on the fact that Rose and Zamasu can actually kill Roshi before he attacks Zamasu. Otherwise, we're probably gonna die. You know, we will have a bit of extra defense after supering, but we're probably gonna die. Like, the damage output is decent. Actually, do you know what? That's not bad. Okay, maybe I misjudged. Maybe I misjudged. Attack and defense plus 60%. He got the 60%, which is multiplicative on super attack. You know, attack minus 30%, but that wouldn't have done too much. Actually, no, that probably would have done more than I thought because that's on super attack. So maybe he actually lowers attack on passive a lot more than I thought he does. Because that only happens on super attack. But I don't think the calculations work like that. I could be wrong. And then the extra attack and defense plus 60%. Our health is obviously way below 90%. We got the immediate dodge again as well. We've actually cheesed this like very well by accident. Okay, on basic attacks, after supering, he will tank well. I do think on super attack, however, he will still take quite a bit of damage. So you will probably have to be weary of how you use your items with him. I think that's probably a slightly fairer assessment. Is the basic attacks, double digits. I mean, you've just seen it there. Double digits, he'll be completely fine. But I do think on super attack, however, I do think he'll be open to quite a bit more damage, where you're going to have to be careful with, you know, how you use your items and probably, you know, work your items around with him and be kind of safe, you know, not really risk it. You know, I know you can't tell where super attacks are coming from unless you foresee enemy super attacks, but I think super attacks, he will probably be open to quite a bit more damage. So yeah, maybe I was slightly misjudged his defense, but on basic attacks, I mean, to be fair, a lot of units in the game when it comes to basic attacks, once they super attack, you know, raise their attack and defense potentially, or on or just defense on super attack, you know, have an extra attack and defense on super attack as well, which is multiplicative. Their defense are usually pretty good to tank, you know, basic attacks. I do think, however, on super attacks is he'll probably be open to a bit more damage. So there, you probably have to be a bit more careful. But yeah, maybe I slightly misjudged his defense. Just a little bit, but that's only when it comes to basic attacks. But then again, as I said, a lot of units in the game after supering typically can tank basic attacks to double digits. So, you know, maybe there was a slight misjudge, but I think that's probably a little bit more accurate. We are going to use an Usher here as well, because we do have a it's called a Dokkan attack. To be fair, he doesn't have the most links active, but to be fair, Power Bestowed by God's only giving him, what, 5%? Yeah, 5% Cold Judgment's a defensive link, which, you know, extra defense would be quite useful for him. Prodigies is attack plus 10%. Godly Powers attack plus 15%. To be fair, his damage output is still... His damage output, as I said, is very good. His defense, obviously, probably nowhere near as good, but it's definitely not as bad as I originally first thought. But I said, that is on basic attack, so it's to be kind of expected. But to be fair, only with a few links active and not, you know, most of his attack links or his major attack links, he's still putting out good damage. He's still putting out good damage, and to be fair, that's what he's good at. Hence why he will thrive a lot better in Super Battle Road. Because obviously, in Goku and Vegeta event, apart from like the first few phases, you can no longer seal, stun, or lower enemies' attack and defense to get that additional attack plus 60%. Yeah, his numbers are pretty good in terms of damage output. Defense is not too bad, but I do think you probably want to watch your items with him, especially when it comes to, you know, being quite careful when it comes to super attacks. We haven't seen him take a super attack apart from slot 1, which obviously isn't ideal for him. You do not want to put him in slot 1. But we haven't seen him take a super attack apart from slot 1 with type advantage. So, yeah, I mean, in terms of a fair assessment, I can't really give one, because obviously that's just not fair, is it really? But you know, when it comes to RNG doing these type of, I mean, to be fair, these are still kind of showcases. This is showcasing a unit in a harder event in the game. When it comes to like these kind of showcase videos, I can't really dictate what goes on, you know, unless we, you know, get perfectly lucky with, you know, getting super attacked and not dying, and super attack when I use an item, and, you know, the perfect time to be super attacked when he's super attacked and got all his passive off. You know, I can't dictate those things. Do you want to dodge for me, please? Yes, there we go. Dodging more than LRUI right now. But yeah, I mean, he's not a bad unit, but as I said, when it came to him dropping at the same time as the EZA Tech SSJ Trunks and how good he is, especially on paper, because we haven't attempted him in, you know, Super Battle Road yet, on paper, both longer and shorter events, then as I said, it kind of becomes like a favorite child type thing where, you know, Trunks was so good that I kind of forgot about the EZA Zamasu. Well, as I said, definitely isn't bad, but he isn't, you know, he isn't amazing. He's okay. He's okay. There is 157k defense with the ATA active, which is not bad, but of course that is extra defense with the ATA. He's going to get attack and defense plus 60% on super attack right now, and he's going to minus or decrease Chaozu's attack stat. Again, he's only taking double digits on a basic, so I mean, most units in the game do that. So I can't really tell what he will take on a super attack. I do think it'll be quite a bit more though, where he's going to take a fair chunk. I don't think he'll get you killed, however, which is obviously an important thing. I do think he'll take a chunk. But yeah, that is the EZA STR Zamasu in ESBR. This is probably, as I said, his best kind of environment. I don't know how he'll be able to handle himself in the likes of a Vegeta event, especially with type advantage at the end and lowering defense, and he doesn't have that much in the first place, even after supering. There he would be a huge risk, and then GT Goku event is significantly harder. So I don't know how good he will be there. Maybe to complete the Vegeta event, you would have to get quite lucky, or RNG to be more or less on your side, but I don't think he'll be able to handle GT Goku event. But let me know what you think of him down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys, and peace.